Samira stopped suddenly, and Rachel and Trusty bumped into her. Shivering with fear, they looked over her shoulders and saw a faint green light glowing up ahead. Then they heard a noise. Creak, creak. Rachel and Trusty clung to each other, shaking. "It is not really scary," Rachel reminded Trusty. "We are only afraid because the lasso is missing." "There is no reason to be scared," Trusty agreed in a squeaky voice. They followed Samira as she tiptoed forward. The cave opened out into a vast, round chamber with green lantern placed on the rocks all around. In the green glow, they could see that a giant-sized birdcage was dangling from the roof of the cave. The goblin was sitting inside, cross-legged. He was resting his pointy chin in his hands, and he looked grumpy and fed up. When he saw the fairies, his scowl got even worse. "Fairies," he groaned. "I thought you were going to be Jack Frost. Frostman. I've been waiting to be rescued for ages. I can have you out of there in a flash," said Samira, raising her wand. "No," the goblin shrieked, waving his hand at her. "Stop! Don't you dare rescue me. You do not really want to be stuck in a cage, do you?" said Trusty. "I wouldn't like it one bit. Being trapped is scary. What I want is my bed in Goblin Grotto," the goblin complained. "But Jack Frostman has been trying to be a superhero ever since he took your magic objects, and now he needs to practice being brave and heroic. He will go bananas if I am not here to be rescued." The fairies exchanged worried glances. "We cannot just leave him dangling in the cage," said Rachel. "Even if he wants to be here, it is hard to know what to do. I feel confused." Suddenly a noise echoed around the cave. "Whoosh! What is it?" cried Trusty. "Another firework. I'm scared." "Get back!" cried Samira, into the shadows. A blue bolt of lightning zoomed around the room, with Frostman standing on top of it. He stopped in front of the goblin, his hands on his hips. His spiky hair was slicked back. He was wearing a shiny electric blue jumpsuit with a little shoulder cape, and a blue eye mask with a white lightning bolt across it. A golden lasso was draped over his shoulder. "Purple pumpkin," said Samira. "That is my lively lasso." Frostman jumped down from the lightning bolt and strode around the chamber, gazing up at the goblin. "Do not be afraid, towering little goblin," he said in a deep, booming voice. "Frostman is here to save you." "About time," the goblin muttered. Frostman tapped his wand on the cage, and the door sprang open. The goblin jumped out next to his rescuer. "I can hardly believe what a fantastic superhero I am," said Frostman, stroking his beard. "In fact, I am the best superhero that ever was or ever will be." He turned his gaze around the cave and saw the fairies. His smug smile grew bigger, and he waggled his bony fingers. "I hope my fireworks might bring a few nosy fairies here," he said. "At last I will have the chance to get my own back on you, prissy pest." Rachel and Trusty shrank back, but then they saw Samira step forward to face Frostman with her head held high. I vow by Queen Titania's crown that I will stop you, she announced. The best friends looked at each other. We cannot let her do this alone, said Rachel. You are right, said Kirsty. Even though it is scary, we have to stand beside her. They stepped forward too, standing on either side of the superhero ferry. Frostman smirked at them. Fools, he said. It's frosty time.